leak builds a murder case against Sarah Jean.
It sounds to me like you don't think you know everything there is to know about her yet.
I really do not think that we do.
What happened when the press release about her arrest was posted on Facebook?
I went crazy. It just was like bugs hitting a windshield. It just went crazy. It went everywhere. We started getting phone calls and messages on social media, and that's why I'm talking to you right now. It's because we're just asking everybody that knows her or that knew her to come forward. Even if you were her best friend, I want to hear about her. I want to hear about your experience with her.
DA Leak might want to give Sarah's son Ryan a call.
Do you suspect that there are other incidents in your mother's life which the police will end up being interested in as they continue their investigation?
100%, yeah. There's some that I have in mind that I'm kind of waiting for them to come to light.
So maybe the story of Sarah Jean isn't fully told. Yet.
That's all for this edition of Dateline. We're off this Sunday, but we'll see you again next Friday at 9, 8 Central. And of course, I'll see you each weeknight for NBC Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
Live on NBC 12, this is News Watch 12 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Jukich. Today, a former Oneida County Sheriff's Sergeant was sentenced to 90 days in jail for stalking his ex-wife and disorderly conduct. Stetson Grant was found guilty of those two charges during a jury trial back in February. Court documents show that when his ex-wife said she would call the police, he responded that he was the police. Today at the sentencing hearing, his ex-wife read a statement detailing the trauma she experienced from Grant's psychological abuse. Grant will also serve 3 years of probation. Jeff, it's a cold night, a change from today's warmer temperatures.
Things are cooling off out there now. A cold front's coming through after high temperatures today for most of us in the 60s. That felt good, but now things are changing in a big way. Let's go outside now and check out those highs today. Look at these numbers. Yeah, here we are, right? 64 in Rhinelander, 65 for Green Bay, even a 70 in Wisconsin Rapids earlier. But don't get too used to temperatures like this. Tomorrow, it's going to be like this over here with highs struggling to get out of the 30s tomorrow. Right now we're at 47 in Rhinelander, also for Tomahawk, 56 for Merrill, but the cold front, it's right there. You see it? That's moving this way pretty slowly. So tonight, wind's going to shift more out of the west. We're going to really cool things off tonight into tomorrow as well. Lots of rain showers out there currently. Nothing heavy in here, but this is the cold front. It's going to come through tonight. Behind it, the air is going to be much colder tomorrow and for Sunday and for Monday and for Tuesday. And it's going to rain, and the rain's going to mix with snow tomorrow night as temperatures drop, but more so on Sunday night. In fact, the snow Sunday night into Monday morning, we could be shoveling that snow. Our forecast then for tonight, though, we're talking about mostly cloudy skies, a couple of rain showers out there, cooler temperatures with lows down near 35. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica.
Today, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers visited the site where a BNSF train derailed and plunged into the Mississippi River. 10 cars went off the tracks and some ended up in the river yesterday. Authorities say none of those cars were carrying any hazardous materials. 4 people suffered minor injuries, and rocks are being brought in from nearby quarries to build a platform that will help in the removal of the train cars. Hundreds of students graduated from Nicolay College on Saturday. One of those students overcame a lot of adversity to get that degree. 12 years ago, Josh Newman was expelled from Rhinelander High School for having a problem with drugs and fighting. Eventually, he was sent to the Wisconsin Natural Guard Challenge Academy, and after that, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. After being released, he decided to make a change and enrolled at the Nicolay College cosmetology program.
But since I've been in here, I have put so much effort into it, just like I have with my recovery. And just like the world's blessed me with amazing things, so is this school. And just going to keep pushing forth in my life and keep trying hard.
This semester, Josh made the dean's list and was selected to be the student speaker at the commencement ceremony. Last night, Josh took home gold in a barbering competition at Skills USA in Madison, which will allow him to compete at a national level in Atlanta in June. Preparations are underway for the U.S. Senior Open in Stevens Point. Today, NBC Sports and USGA were out on the course scouting the landscape. NBC will cover the event at Century World Golf Course from June 27 to July 2nd. Today, they were out planning where they will put cameras and broadcast towers for the event.
The more cameras you can be afforded to have, the better, and the more angles you have, the better. Because even though they're pros, sometimes you get a funny bounce here or there, and the golf ball can end up anywhere. And you want to try to plan for all those and make sure that you're giving the viewer the best possible coverage of the event.
To capture talent, action around the grounds, and play itself, they plan to have about 25 different cameras throughout the course. Photography is easy to access nowadays, but back in the early 1900s, it was much harder to come by. Coming up in tonight's Connecting the Dots, we'll have a look at work from a Northwoods photographer. That's after Weather with Jeff, right here on Newswatch 12.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful.
Wow.
That's our boy.
So proud.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches, like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel or the sausage, egg, and cheese bagel.
Oh, no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic. We're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay. Just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
When you get Spectrum One, you get fast, reliable internet for $49.99. I mean, I could stop right there, but I won't because, surprise, you find out you're also getting free advanced Wi-Fi with Security Shield, which makes it an even better deal. Until another surprise. You find out you're also getting a free line of unlimited mobile with 5G. Amazing. Surprise again. You also get Speed Boost, which makes your Spectrum mobile speeds even faster when you're connected to Wi-Fi. Surprise, it's me. That's a lot of surprises. I should just popped out of that. Point is, with Spectrum One, you're going to be very surprised by all the free stuff you get. Or you would be if I hadn't already just told you. But still, when you get in there, could you act surprised? Well, something for the people in the store. Get Spectrum One. Internet for just $49.99. Plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile. Visit spectrum.com/surprise, a Spectrum store, or call 844-7-SURPRISE today.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can you go back in the back?
Yeah, it can go back into the back.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
Get the Samsung Galaxy S23 free. No trade-in needed from US Cellular.
I kissed it?
Yes.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
All right, lots of cloud cover out there today, but the temperatures did not care. Highs back in the 60s. That felt good. But tomorrow, it's not going to feel that way with highs only near 40, meaning much of tomorrow spent in the 30s with rain and some snow and some wind. Yeah, it's going to feel like fall around here once again. Right now, though, it's 47 in Rhinelander, but the cold front is just on our back door. It's right across parts of Price County right now, moving this way. So all of us will get in the colder temperatures tonight, into and throughout the day tomorrow, too. And that's going to look like this. So 41 is the forecasted high temperature tomorrow. Again, meaning much of tomorrow spent in the 30s, 38 for Sunday, 37 Monday. So here we are the last weekend of April, and we have temperatures, high temperatures near 40. And then there's a bit of a recovery for us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but overall a well below average temperature trend on the way that will give us some rain mixing with some snow. Speaking of rain, here we are out there now. Lots of rain showers across western and central parts of Wisconsin. These are slowly moving this way. So once it begins raining at your place, it'll likely keep raining for several hours tonight, most likely ending after midnight sometime. And then another band of rain gets in here tomorrow, as there is a much bigger system to the west of us now. It doesn't look like much yet, but in here is an area of low pressure that's going to gain strength, gain intensity, gain moisture, and just meander across Wisconsin tonight, tomorrow, into Sunday, into Monday. And during that time, it'll likely at some point change the rain over to snow. Let's walk you through it. So out there now, the band of rain coming through now. We'll push to our east around 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then we'll get a break for several hours. But look at this. On the back side of this, remember, temperatures are crashing, right? Some light snow and flurries and drizzle throughout the day tomorrow. Here's tomorrow evening, 7:30. Then the heavier snow fills in the UP tomorrow evening. Then kind of back ends around here, though, getting here early Sunday. We got to watch Sunday night into Monday. There's a potential for some pretty good significant snowfall, mostly across the UP, but dipping its toes into north central Wisconsin as well. And that could look like this on paper. So we're talking about accumulating snow, most likely on grassy surfaces. Roadways are much too warm these days. Although with snowfall rates near an inch an hour or so in the UP, that'll likely cover the roads up that way. But there is a chance this could wiggle a little bit north or south. So overall, if you have travel plans Sunday night into Monday, we're going to walk a really fine line between just some snow and some slush and some really heavy snow that will most likely fall across the UP Sunday night. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is scattered rain showers out there. All rain, although there could be a wet snowflake in there. Look for low temperatures down near 35. For tomorrow, okay, lots of dry hours, but lots of rain and snow showers in there as well. No accumulation tomorrow with high temperatures near 41. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows rain and snow likely tomorrow, rain and snow likely on Sunday, mostly snow on Monday into Tuesday morning. Here now is Connecting the Dots with Carrie Bladorn.
Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwoods history with Carrie Bladorn.
The Northwoods of Wisconsin is one of the most picturesque places on earth. Photos of its forests, lakes, rivers, residents, and culture have been taken for more than 140 years. Nowadays, we snap thousands of photos on our smartphones without even thinking. But 100 years ago, it was a lot of work taking pictures, especially in the early days of Wisconsin history. The equipment was large, travel was tough going, and the methods of producing photos a science. There were quite a few people that mastered the art and captured many of Wisconsin's earliest images. But one man from Anago stands out among them all, A.J. Kingsbury. If you're a lover of history, old photos, and the Northwoods, odds are you've seen his work. The name A.J. Kingsbury can be found on thousands of postcard pictures depicting dozens of scenes of life in northern Wisconsin in the early 20th century. He was a prolific photographer, capturing images that have become renowned in the historical record. One of his most popular and widely circulated photos is of the capturing of Rhinelander's famous hodag, an image which is still reproduced and sold in shops and museums today. Arthur Jerome Kingsbury was born in Michigan on September 23, 1876. His father worked in sawmills and lumber yards, eventually moving the family to Anago in 1889. The town had been founded just over a decade earlier, and Arthur grew up watching the community flourish on the fertile plain it was built on. He attended college in Michigan, then returning home, married Anago's Miss Myrtle Cunningham. The couple would move away from the place they spent their childhood, Arthur working for a time in the oil fields between Michigan and Oklahoma. After 7 years, they moved back to Anago in 1904, where Arthur would find his true calling, photography. In May of 1907, A.J. Kingsbury opened the Kingsbury Kodak store on 5th Avenue in Anago. In a time when every town, great and small, had a portrait photographer, Arthur would take a different path, a dusty, narrow, often muddy path into the forests of northern Wisconsin to photograph the everyday life of its first and its pioneering peoples. Using his Anago office as a headquarters, A.J. purchased a Ford automobile and traveled to and photographed the growing and bustling communities of early 1900s northern Wisconsin. He photographed logging activities and camps, railroad operations, homesteads, rivers, lakes, forests, and all the people living and working among them. Arthur had an eye for photographing what at the time might have felt like normal goings-on for the age.
but time would place his pictures among the best of historic photos of Wisconsin. Of course, A.J. took many photos of his hometown in Anago.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
At Len's Truck, we're all trucks all the time. Nobody has a better selection of used trucks. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, over 800 of the best used trucks money can buy. Buy now and get the highest trade-in value ever at Len's. Go to lenstruck.com. That's lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck. Len's Truck. We got the trucks at Len's Truck.
In 1901, photos became more accessible to the general public by way of the Real Photo Postcard, or RPPC. Cardstock became more affordable, and photos easily produced on penny postcards. This was the medium on which Kingsbury would capitalize with his work. Many of his photos were printed in this manner, and in turn were sent all over the country by thousands of people. The images they depicted intrigued and enticed people into traveling to Wisconsin's North Country, to experience its rustic charm and the innate beauty that A.J. so artfully captured. Postcards were an inexpensive means of communication for the masses, and Arthur found his niche as the Northwoods' golden age of resorts and tourism was expanding. A great business for the Anago photographer. Arthur traveled extensively throughout northern Wisconsin and Michigan's Upper Peninsula. With his camera equipment roped to his trusty Ford, he traversed primitive roads and trails deep into the woods to photograph all manner of life in the Northwoods, on its lakes and rivers, and in its communities. Kingsbury had a penchant for photographing Wisconsin's native peoples, especially the Menominee and the Ojibwe. Life for them was changing rapidly as they were often forced to reconcile the ways of their past with the ever-changing landscape they had known for hundreds of years. His photos of Native Americans are some of the best of the time, showing the beauty of their culture and have become an important look into the past, poignantly reminding us of the first peoples of northern Wisconsin that still live here today. In 1952, Arthur Kingsbury sold his business to a Mr. H.A. Ellers, who would continue to run a photography studio. A few years later, Arthur would die in 1956 while visiting his son in Oklahoma. In 1967, a tragic fire would bring an end to the Kingsbury studio building, destroying glass photography plates containing Arthur's work. Thankfully, some of the plates were spared and were donated to the Langlade County Historical Society, where they are still preserved today. A small green space, Kingsbury Park, now holds the place of the respected photographer's studio. We were lucky to visit with historian Joe Hermelin during our visit to Antigo, where he showed us some of Kingsbury's work cataloged at the museum there. Of the thousands of pictures taken by Mr. Kingsbury, about 600 are known, many archived at the museum. Some are found in postcard collections around the country. Perhaps a few may still be hidden, waiting to be discovered. Joe has spent much time researching and documenting the life of A.J. Kingsbury for future generations to learn from, and I'm thankful he was willing to share his knowledge with me for this segment. Arthur Kingsbury's photos open up a window into an amazing time period in history, documenting the rapidly changing face of northern Wisconsin. His willingness to leave home for days at a time, venturing into the Northwoods frontier to photograph its towns, people, and cultures, truly is a treasure trove in modern times, as we can learn so much from his pictures. As much has changed from the era of A.J. Kingsbury's work, many things remain. The beauty of the natural world around us, northern Wisconsin's lakes, rivers, wetlands, and forests, Mr. Kingsbury's photographs connect us to the past and remind us of all the things we love and cherish about the great Northwoods of Wisconsin. I'm Gary Bladorn, and this is Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwoods history on Newswatch 12.
Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwoods history with Carrie Bladorn.
Thank you for watching Connecting the Dots on WJFW. If you have any Northwoods history you'd like to see covered on this program, feel free to send me a message on my Facebook page, Carrie Bladorn, Northwoods Historian, or email me at northwoodshistorian@gmail.com.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Okay, what kind of musical instrument can you use for fishing? Why, the castanet, of course. And with that, we start this week's Big Old Fish with Barb Cirilli, who caught this tank of a northern on Eagle Lake in Ontario using a tip-up with a Cisco. Well, thanks to that picture, it kind of goes without saying, but way to go, Barb. That is one big old fish. Keep on reeling them in. Next up, we have Scott Cirilli, who was also fishing on Eagle Lake in Ontario when he caught this huge 43.5-inch northern using a Cisco on a tip-up. Once again, 43.5 inches, northern. Yeah, that's a big old fish, Scott. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 9-year-old Sutton Brass of Summit Lake, who caught this 27-inch northern all by herself, and it was her first of the year. Well, I think you know what I'm going to say, Sutton. That is one big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Northern Taxidermy fish meal is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
You're invited to the reunion you've waited 20 years for. Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken. 20, the tour. Relive the magic. May 16th at the Grand Theater, Wausau. Tickets on sale now at the Grand's ticket office or at grandtheater.org.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Oh, no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic. We're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay. Just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect. This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you.
Choose FlexBuy and get 0.9% APR for 66 months, 1,000 low APR cash, 1,000 FlexBuy cash, and 500 accessories cash.
Hey, Dad. What's the ocean like? Are there animals living underwater? Is the ocean warm?
Yeah, it can be very warm.
You were made to remember some days forever. We were made to help you find the best way there.
Three Lakes hosted Leona Wabeno in a Northern Lakes Conference softball game today. The Rebels have had a great season and are undefeated in conference games so far. They were looking to extend that streak on the road against a tough Blue Jays team. Let's see if they could do it, or if Three Lakes defends home field in this Northern Lakes Conference battle. Here in the 6th inning, the Blue Jays were flying to get those pop-outs. Ball is hit in the air, and Haley Barnacow is able to make the catch at second base to record the out. One inning later, wild play here. Lovey Van Zyl lays down the bunt, and a great play from Jenna Erickson to get the out as one run crosses the plate. But Ruth Jakovich makes the throw, and home is in time to get Three Lakes out of the inning, but not before one run crosses the plate. Bottom of the 7th now. Last chance for Three Lakes. Ball is hit high. Ball is hit deep, and ball is caught by Kaylin Lawrence as Leona Wabeno is able to hold on to the win 7-5. Staying on softball, but heading to the home of the Hodags. There, they hosted Crandon for the first time outside. Starting in the 1st inning, Maddie Roser up to bat, hitting a deep one to left field. The Cardinals can't get to it fast enough. Roser gets to 3rd while Abigail Johnson puts the Hodags on the board. Heading into the 2nd inning, Crandon is up to bat. She hits it right down the middle. Lily Treader scoops it up, but it's not quick enough for that Cardinal slide. That's 3 Cardinals on the board. Libby Bushman puts up a good one to left field. Crandon's fumbling long enough for 2 Hodags to score. Rhinelander takes the win 9-6. Well, would you look at that view? We're sticking with the Hodags, but at Hodag Park, where they faced off with Ashland. In the 3rd inning, Dockers up to bat, hitting it right to center field and scoring with Marcus Cruzan, putting Ashland on the board first. The Hodags were up to bat. He hits a high one. It's caught by Ashland, but another Hodag goes for it anyway and slides to put the Hodags up 2-1. Rhinelander got it done in the 3rd inning, scoring again with this one hit to Centerville for an RBI. The Hodags win their home opener 4-1. Moving on from the GNC to the NLC and the CWC, Elko hosted White Lake in baseball today. Here in the 1st inning, the Lakers' bats were hot from the get-go. Blake Lambert hits a grounder to the outfield that's going to score Aaron Wickersham from 3rd, getting the 1st run of the day. Then Lambert able to slide safely into 2nd for an RBI double, but Elko responded a half inning later, and Josh Amy blasts this ball high, far, and deep. It makes its way to the back fence, and Dakota Schaefer is going to score for the 3rd. Now Amy is rounding 2nd, and he is able to beat the tag for the RBI triple, and Elko is going to go on to win their 1st game of the season by a score of 13-8. Moving on from the diamond to the pitch, Three Lakes hosted Northland Pines in girls soccer. Here in the 1st half, Pines was on the attack. Cassidy Sternhagen gets the steal here and shoots it from way downtown. But Willow Schroeder is able to corral it back in and keep the Eagles off the board. At least for now. Later that half, it's Sternhagen from deep again, but a great stop from Schroeder. However, Pines proved that 2 heads are better than 1, as Emma Weber and Anna Westfall both had the ball at the same time to score and put the Eagles up 1-0. Later that half, Pines has it on a corner kick. Ball is bouncing around before Westfall puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-0 Eagles. And that ends up being the final score as Northland Pines gets the clean sheet win. Last night was opening night for the NFL Draft. The Green Bay Packers made their first-round pick as Iowa defensive lineman Lucas Van Ness. The pick was acquired as part of the trade that sent Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. Van Ness has 2021 and 2022 All Big Ten honors. He would be brought on as an edge rusher behind Rashawn Gary. Following the selection, Lucas met with the media and expressed how excited he is for the opportunity and to represent Green Bay. We'll be right back with one final look at the weather after the break.
Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Explorer or Edge and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 FlexBuy cash.
Spend less time maintaining your deck and more time relaxing on it with UltraDeck low-maintenance decking from Menards. Get a free estimate instantly with our Design and Buy program. Whether you want space to host a cookout, spend time with family and friends, or just soak up some sun, you can design the deck of your dreams for free. Visit the store or Menards.com and get UltraDeck rustic composite decking for $195 per lineal foot after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Get 0.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2022 Sierra light-duty crew cab models.
Visit your North Central Wisconsin GMC dealer.
Win a chance to spend a full day on the water with legends John Gillespie, Pete Maynot, and Rob Manthei. Fishing with the Stars, Saturday, May 20th. Details and registration at st-germain.com.
Jeff, it was a nice day today, but I hear some big changes are coming in this weekend.
You know, those temperatures sure felt good. And you're outside doing the highlights of sports during the earlier. It just felt different today, but now it's all going to change again. Back with high temperatures near 40 tomorrow, meaning much of tomorrow spent in the 30s. Let's go outside now and check on the rain showers. There are a couple rain showers out here. There's nothing heavy tonight, so kind of drizzle, some light rain. It will not be a big deal, but this is a cold front that's going to change our lives tomorrow because it's going to usher in much colder temperatures. At the same time, there's going to be a system across the Great Lakes. It's going to bring us periods of rain and some snow. And we really have to watch later on Sunday into Monday, where we could be looking at snow we could shovel, at least on grassy areas for sure, with more rain and snow coming.
So if you had the AC on today, get ready to kick your heat back on.
Did it kick in here? I didn't feel it. I don't know.
That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Flow aluminum dock systems are made to bring time at the lake to a whole new level. You can create any layout you want and accessorize it for comfort and fun. They are strong, stable, safe, and they add a beautiful touch to your shoreline that will last indefinitely. Maybe it's time to join the thousands of other families that have turned their dock into a shoreline paradise. Maybe it's time for a flow from Jensen Akins of Conover or Three Lakes Docks and Lifts.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm, Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.heat.help.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time.